video. I am finally getting to film how to create a vision board that actually works. Let me just be 100% real with you guys. When it comes to the new year and creating like New Year's resolutions and creating vision boards and creating goals for yourself, I personally like to go at my own pace. And I know, it's good to start off the first of the month, getting your goals in. And honestly, I do that for myself, but I kind of like to wean off of the whole pendulum of New Year's resolutions and all that stuff in January, and I kind of like to just do my stuff a little bit later into the year. I feel as though I don't like to put myself to the constructs of time. It really gives me so much anxiety, and I feel like I should be at a certain place because everybody is saying like, oh my god, it's 2020 vision, like you gotta be doing this, you gotta be doing that. Sometimes God just wants you to just sit down and be still and be in your own lane. And I think that for me, this right now is the perfect time to create a vision board and really hone in on what you want for this year and really going at the pace of whatever God has you at and really enjoying the seasons that you're in right now, because that's what I'm doing right now. Even though it's hard sometimes, even though it's hard to find purpose in what you're doing, vision boards for me are super duper uber therapeutic. When I have visuals, because I'm a visual person, putting visuals and seeing things like that on an everyday basis, it really gives me the motivation that God has something planned for me, that God's not done with me. He still has things that he wants to bring into my life. And that is why today I'm going to be sharing with you guys for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to create a vision board that actually works for you. I know in a previous video of mine, like maybe a couple of months ago, I did a video on how I created my dream life in 2019. And let me just say this before I get started, I said this in my previous video, it all belongs to you guys. Did I wear this in one of my videos? I hope I didn't. The shirt. Anyways, like I said, it all belongs to you guys. He's brought in everything into my life and it all belongs to him. I'm just borrowing his stuff. And I just wanted to say that before I started this video, I didn't manifest anything. God manifests all things. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, honey. So let me just give credit where credit is due. So now that I have said that, I really want to share with you guys my vision board and some tips and tricks on how you guys can create a vision board to bring a lot of the things and fruition into your life. So before I get started with this video, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at BrandyWin, and also follow me on all my other social medias. They will be in the link in the description below. Also, if you are coming from my YouTube channel, make sure you send me a DM letting me know that you follow me from there. I would love to follow you guys back. So without further ado, let's get started with this video on how to create a vision board that actually works. Let's go. Yeah. To begin, I would definitely recommend writing down a list of some goals that you want to achieve within the next few months, the next year, the next 5 years, whatever time span that you want. I don't like to think of goals in a linear aspect or a linear perspective, because honestly for me that creates bondage for me. And what I mean by that is that I get under pressure of what society has put in place of where you should be at by this age in your life. I am 20, I'm gonna be 21 this year, and honestly, society being in this day and age, not to blame social media, because social media, in my opinion, it's just a platform and it's just a vessel for whatever you can make it. And I think that if you make social media negative, it will be negative. And so sometimes I do find myself personally getting caught up in seeing other 20-year-olds or other 21-year-olds who may be in relationships, maybe having millions of followers and living this amazing life, and I compare myself to them. And getting wrapped up in that lifestyle, it's distracting and it's self-deprecating for your own goals, because you yourself, you have value, and the goals that you have are worthy of believing in. They're worthy to be believed for. God has something specifically for you with your name on it, and I just wanted to put that out there because I know that when we make goals, big or small, we like to think, well, God has other things to worry about probably, or like, you know, why do I want to start a business at the age of 21? Like, why has God placed that into my heart? You know, things like that run into my mind because that's something that I'm believing for. I would love to do that. And so I think that writing that list down, making your vision plain, and just putting it out there is just the first step of faith to creating your vision board altogether. And I think that when you let God know that, hey, I'm just gonna put this out there, it's up to you, God, you know what I mean? It all belongs to you. I'm just gonna release my faith and just say, God, if you wanna do this for me, hey, do what you gotta do. Writing a list really helps with the vision board making process. It's really fun and it's really powerful because you're like, wow, this is like the first steps into creating my life. And you know, you kind of really sit back and think like, wow, what if this really happened for me? And like, wow, like this can really happen for me. Writing a list, super important. For me, for my list, I wrote down, get a Shih Tzu. I would love to get in a relationship this year. I would love to travel, go to Arizona, Utah, like so many places, go to Vegas for my birthday with my family, get a car this year. I would like to create greater influence. I want to inspire other people. I want to inspire more individuals like me. I want to be able to touch the lives of other people. I want to be a blessing to other people this year, especially. I just want to be a blessing to everybody. And so by creating a list and doing those things, for me personally, it helps me to release my faith and just get it out there and just tell God, hey God, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like I know you see me, I know you see me. And he'd be like, okay, I see you. And then he can just start working on it because I just released it right there. Once you write it down, you're releasing it. You're just like, whoa, bro, I'm releasing it, okay? You have written down a list of some of the goals that you would like to achieve this year. I would definitely recommend getting a Pinterest board. If you're not into Pinterest, WeHearted maybe, because I know a lot of you girls like WeHearted. It's another app. It really has very like cute inspirational pictures and like just cute stuff like with outfits. Personally for me, I use it for outfits, relationship inspiration, friendship inspiration, cars, lifestyle, all that, right? If you're not into that, I don't recommend necessarily Googling pictures because you can't really personalize them and make them like specifically for you. So now you have your list of what you want, right? Now you got the pictures that you want to put on the vision board. Now at this point, you can either just glue down whatever you want and just make it a collage type style. That's what I did to my first vision board that I did for 2019. I loved it. It was so much fun and I just added on as I saw fit. For this one this year though, for 2020, I did things a little bit differently. This is probably the most organized vision board that I've ever created. For this one, I did a little bit of an organizational plan. I just laid it out on the board first. I laid out all my pictures just to see like, okay, is this gonna be cute right here? Is this gonna be cute right there? I normally don't do this. Like I really normally, I just put it down like cause I don't care. But I wanted to do something different this time. I wanted to be organized. I literally winded up completely doing something completely not what I planned on doing when I put all the pictures on the board, but it's fine. If you want to do that or if you want to just make it organized however you want, I recommend doing whatever you feel is right. With my vision board, I actually painted on it. I was trying to be a little arts and crafty, and some of the words and lettering I cut out with some construction paper that I got from my art class, my color and design theory class, as well as just printing out words from Microsoft Word and just putting a cute font on there. I know I did that for Stassi's name, and I know that I did that for a couple of other things like for travel, I'm pretty sure. I put a lot of just things that I want to do this year. Obviously, I want to have freedom in Christ. I put a bunch of inspirational quotes. Biggest recommendation when doing your vision board is just make it your own. Do whatever you feel is going to give you the most inspiration when you look at it. Print that out, put it on there. But I recommend like the placement for your vision boards is like putting it like on a windowsill, like in front of your bed or something like that. So when you wake up in the morning or right before you go to sleep, you can see it and it kind of wakes you up in a good mood. I know when I see this vision board, I just get happy because I'm like, wow, this is gonna be my life one day. Of course, I do have this vision board, and of course these are some things that I personally want. This is my heart's desire, but if this is not what God wants for me, hey, I'm just gonna do what he wants though. All of this, throw it in the garbage can. If God says no car, if God says no relationship, God says no dog, I'll be good. No travel, I'm just trying to chase after him. It's no hard feelings if none of this happens for me. I just know if I have Jesus, I'm gonna be okay. And you know, it's all in God's timing. What if I need to focus on my YouTube channel? What if I need to be of service? It's so many other things that I can be doing. And I really want you guys to understand that, like, if some of the things on your vision board aren't happening, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't feel defeated. Don't act like it's never gonna happen. You need to chase after God and not the goals. Do not chase after being a millionaire. Don't chase after trying to find a relationship. If God wanted you to be in a relationship that was coveted by him, he would have you in one. And if you're in one that is of turmoil and you're like, what's happening? You probably 9 times out of 10, you didn't consult Christ. That's okay. But at this point, we're in 2020 vision, okay? And we need to be seeing clearly this year. You think that you have a good plan. It's hilarious to God because he's like, if you could see what I have for you, if you knew the people that I wanted you to meet, God can make the impossible possible. Those are basically my tips on how to create a vision board that works. And, you know, really just being very intentional with the things that you want. Hopefully this video was able to help you guys feel inspired. Even though we're well into the new year, it's always so refreshing to get a new surge of inspiration. I have to constantly feel inspired, and I hope this video was able to inspire you all, because when you're in the motions and the limbos of life, sometimes you get discouraged. And for me, I 100% get discouraged all the time. It happens. We're human beings. And if God wanted to make us perfect to where we could just not let things bother us, he would make us that way. If you are feeling discouraged, feel those emotions, but know that God is with you, and be encouraged. And know that with your vision board, you can really create the life that you want. And I know that God's not done with me, God's not done with you. He's still wanting to do so many things in your life that you've been believing for. You just gotta keep believing. Don't get weary in well doing. Keep believing, keep striving, keep thanking him that it's on the way. All right, you guys, again, I hope this video was able to inspire you. I hope you were able to leave encouraged and feel like, hey, I can do a vision board, because that's really the main premise of this video. I want you guys to be able to practically use the tips that I give you guys and use it for yourself. If you guys do a vision board, please tag me in it on Instagram or on Snapchat, wherever you are on social media, even Facebook probably. No, don't do Facebook. I can't do Facebook. Make sure you guys tag me. I would love to see it. And comment down below if you guys enjoy my talking videos like this. I know I do. They're one of my favorite types of videos to film. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. You guys already know, Brandy_Win. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.